Just last week, an industrial accident at the Joabing oil mills left 3 workers dead. Authorities said they explained that the accident followed what they said is mechanical failure in one of the facility's boilers. The supply chain manager, Nanaya Suribor, said this resulted in the steam coming out to engulf people who were working beneath. But what can be done as a country to ensure industrial safety and to prevent such deaths in our factories? Joining us now for a conversation on this is Abel Sallah. He is a reliability engineering consultant. I'm grateful for your time, Mr. Sallah.
Thank you so much for having me.
So first, share with us what your readings are about the safety issues in our industrial centers, especially at a time Ghana is seeking to become an industrial hub.
Yes, unfortunately, since the 70s till date, we're having challenges with our maintenance regimes with regards to our industrialization. And what happened a few days ago is rather unfortunate. It could have been prevented. Yes, it could have been prevented. If we should take our maintenance regimes very seriously, this accident, shouldn't be happening.
But do we know why some of these things are happening in our factories, in our industrial areas, especially when Ghana is now going strong on industrialization?
Yes, basically it's our maintenance culture. We have a very bad maintenance culture, just to put it. Yes, we have a very bad maintenance culture.
But so, I mean, what do we need to do to resolve this? Because, I mean, 3 people are dead and we do not know what happens next.
Yes, I think back in the day, we used to have a factory inspectorate board. Yes, growing up in Tema, I know we had a factory inspectorate board. I don't know if it's functioning now, you understand. So perhaps we would appeal to government, to bring back such boards, okay, that would do periodic audits, of maintenance regimes of various companies, what preventive maintenance strategies are you following, what are your correctives and all that. I think that would help because it's not unfortunate, yes, because this could have been prevented if we should do a proper audit of what happened in Kumasi a few days ago. Well, per my investigations, unofficial though, I understand that the safety valve failed to discharge, and that led to the explosion. Now we ask ourselves, okay, how often do you perform maintenance on these safety valves? When was the last time? You understand? And it's very unfortunate that employers sometimes overlook, these safety issues of defective, machineries, and it results in accidents like this.
Whose duty is it, Mr. Sallah, to ensure? Because, I mean, workers go to work telling their families that I'll see you later, only for their families to hear some of these stories. I mean, whose duty is it to ensure that some of these environments are checked and also ensure that we don't record some of these issues at our workplaces?
Well, primarily is the duty of whoever is heading the maintenance department. Let's say the maintenance manager or the production manager.
Now, I want to look at the bigger picture, even, beyond the company.
Okay. So now, beyond the company, as I mentioned earlier, as a country, if we should have a factory inspectorate board, exactly, a factory inspectorate board that will have, the mandate, okay, to discharge such audits, periodic audits in companies. I'm sure we'll be good to go.
Why don't we have it? Do you know?
Well, I wish I could answer that, but I don't know why we don't have it. I think a few weeks ago, I wrote to the secretariat, the one secretariat, because the government's vision is to revamp, industrialization. Okay. Now we ask ourselves, are we going to repeat the mistakes we've done in the past? What policies are we putting in place, for health safety and environment. But I'm yet to hear from the 1 Secretariat.
So what's the role of people like you, I mean, reliability engineering consultants, in ensuring that some of these challenges are dealt with?
Well, as a consultant, we could put together policies, for the government to follow. And we could also do periodic audits. And if given a mandate to sanction companies, okay, who do not follow the rules, yes, we can do all that. Exactly.
And at the individual levels, I mean, what do we do, I mean, personally, to ensure that we don't find ourselves in these kinds of situations?
Well, safety starts with you. Basically, safety starts with you. So what we normally encourage, people in factories to do is that you must always have a toolbox meeting, okay? So the toolbox meeting informs your activities for the day. Yes, once you are informed about your activities for the day, then you should know whatever safety precautions you need to put in place to guide your activity for the day.
Okay. Of course, I've heard a lot of stories with people working in the factory, losing their hands, losing their fingers. They are attended to by the company for the next 2 months, and the next time they're not minding the people. The people go home and there's no job for them. They have only one hand, so they cannot even get any other job from anywhere. I'm asking this and asking for a solution from the individual level. How do we hold these people accountable? I mean, vicariously, knowing very well that once we're working on your premises, you have the duty to take care of everything that happens to the people. And you have to even provide equipment that will ensure the safety of the people. How do we hold them liable when some of these things happen? Sue?
Well, it's in two facets. You can provide the necessary equipment, for your employee to use, to safeguard such dangers. But as to whether the employee is going to use such equipment is also another story to tell. Because we've had instances where injuries, were as a result of negligence from the employee.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's in different facets. Why? Now, if we should come do an inspection of your factory and we realize that the necessary safety equipment are not there for employees to use, to safeguard them against injuries, well, perhaps we need to sue the company and shut it down.
And that's the duty of who?
That would be the duty if we should re-implement the factory inspectorate board, okay? Perhaps that would be the duty of the board or that authority.
And that will help resolve some of these challenges.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Abel Sallah, for joining us. He's a reliability engineering consultant. I'm grateful for your time.